Well, hello there. I have been meaning to get to this video for a while. For about a month now, actually. I have been meaning to make my last video. This was, of course, suggested to me by the great leader of the sex posse hive mind. And no, I don't mean Divinity. She is just a puppet, a decoy, really. The real power behind sex positivity on YouTube was, is, and always will be our great fornicatrix, feminist whore. So powerful that she barely draws any attention at all while working behind the scenes to supply the best research we have in the fight for sex workers' rights. Not only is she the most intelligent, funny, and ravishing feminist ever to grace YouTube, but there is more to her story. Few know the real secret that I am about to reveal here today. Feminist whore is actually the whore of Babylon. Bet you didn't see that one coming. The funniest thing is, the only anti ever to figure it out is the one who is thought by many to be the craziest. Boo Boo Nation, formerly known as Jedi Master Boo Boo, saw her true face, possibly even leading to her notorious instability in the first place. Kinda makes sense if you think about it. And she even made a video about it, now lost to the sands of time. She alone saw that the great Scarlet Harlot, many thousands of years ago old, and ruler of the passions of all mankind, and a significant percentage of womankind, I might add, has once again incarnated as an avatar who shall rule all nations through her YouTube channel. Boo Boo spoke in code, of course, thinking she could escape the watchful eye of our divine lady of blasphemous delights, but she was clearly referring to feminist whore / the whore of Babylon. Once known as Ishtar, she has survived underground during the rise of monotheism, cultivating sin to a fine art, as should be obvious to all those good, fine people who really know what being good is all about, and know all of us sex posies are really just selfish and evil, and why bother denying it? Truly those who side with such Christians, as I showed in my recent video on right-wing fundamentalist sex propaganda, must be the good guys, right? Anyways, all the clues were there for eyes to see. Of course, whenever she showed even a glimpse of her face, it was masked with red and mostly opaque, thankfully, lest we all go blind with maddening and perverted lusts. She has, in blog TV sessions, been known to drink from a goblet which is rumored to be made of Larry Flint's skull, which has been miraculously transported back in time from a glorious post-apocalyptic future just so that she can drink Diet Pepsi. She has been heard threatening her great beast, the one that has 7 heads and 10 horns, as if it was a lowly cat that she was just annoyed with. Such is her limitless power. Way back in 1587, John Dee and Edward Kelly, notable occultists, they were fresh off some ergot-inspired wife-swapping. They allegedly heard Babylon say the following: "I am the daughter of fortitude, and ravished every hour from my youth. For behold, I am understanding, and science dwelleth in me, and the heavens oppress me. They cover and desire me with infinite appetite. For none that are earthly have embraced me. For I am shadowed with the circle of the stars, and covered with the morning clouds. My feet are swifter than the winds, and my hands are sweeter than the morning dew. My garments are from the beginning, and my dwelling place is in myself. The lion knoweth not where I walk, neither do the beasts of the fields understand me. I am deflowered, yet a virgin. I sanctify, and am not sanctified. Happy is he that embraceth me, for in the night season I am sweet, and in the day full of pleasure. My company is a harmony of many symbols, and my lips sweeter than health itself. I am a harlot for such as ravish me, and a virgin with such as know me not. For lo, I am loved of many, and I am a lover to many. And as many as come unto me as they should do, have entertainment. Purge your streets, O ye sons of men, and wash your houses clean. Make yourselves holy, and put on righteousness. Cast out your old strumpets, and burn their clothes. Abstain from the company of other women that are defiled, that are sluttish, and not so handsome and beautiful as I. And then will I come and dwell amongst you. And behold, I will bring forth children unto you, and they shall be the sons of comfort. I will open my garments, and stand naked before you, that your love may be more inflamed towards me. Hot stuff. And more recently, Aleister Crowley said, this is back in the day, she guardeth the abyss, and in her is a perfect purity of that which is above, yet she is sent as the Redeemer to them that are below. For there is no other way into the supernal mystery but through her, and the beast on which she rideth. Let him look upon the cup whose blood is mingled therein, for the wine of the cup is the blood of the saints. Glory unto the scarlet woman, Babylon, the mother of abominations, that rideth upon the beast, for she hath spilt their blood in every corner of the earth, and lo, she hath mingled it in the cup of her whoredom. This is the mystery of Babylon, the mother of abominations, and this is the mystery of her adulteries, for she hath yielded up herself to everything that liveth, and hath become a partaker in its mystery. And because she hath made herself the servant of each, therefore is she become the mistress of all. Not as yet canst thou comprehend her glory. Beautiful art thou, O Babylon, and desirable, for thou hast given thyself to everything that liveth, and thy weakness hath subdued their strength. For in that union thou didst understand. Thou art called understanding, O Babylon, lady of the night. And I believe in one earth, the mother of us all, and in one womb wherein all men are begotten, and wherein they shall rest. Mystery of mystery, in her name, Babylon. He wasn't much of a poet, Crowley, but he had his moments. And even more recently, she actually helped a rocket scientist by the name of Jack Parsons, some of you might have heard of him, expose a young science fiction writer named L. Ron Hubbard to her mind-bending charms in the desert. Admittedly not one of her best moments, but we forgive you. You knew not what you were doing. Even the most powerful of sex goddesses has the occasional bad day. We love you, feminist horror, as if we had any choice, as your undeserving mind slaves. We look forward to the last of days, when you will mount this wretched world like a celestial Sibian, and ride it reverse cowgirl style straight through to the apocalypse into a better tomorrow for all those who worship their degenerate sexual impulses. Oh, I'm sorry, does that sound crazy? Good, it was meant to. Which brings me to the meat of my last video, which is actually a month-old tag video Feminist Horror started, which I meant to get to, and then I got a nasty flu, and it just killed my voice, and that's part of the reason I haven't made a lot of videos with me talking in the last little while. So, anyways, I finally got around to it, but it's not actually my last video, of course. Rather, something I would say if it actually was my last, which is the topic of the tag. And so this is a topic I think needs to be broached. What I would want to say in my last video is this. Everyone is crazy. I'm crazy, you're crazy. And everyone you have ever met is completely bonkers too. I suspect if you have ever given the matter any thought, you have already arrived at a similar conclusion. But please allow me to explain further. We all have our own particular worldview, our own perspective, the lens through which we view the world. It affects how we see things, and how we interpret the world around us. Even if two people agree on almost every topic, they still inhabit their own little bubble of personal reality. I'm not talking about the objective consensus reality, of course. That is what it is. I mean our own little personal subjective world, the one only we truly see, no matter how much we might try to describe it to someone else. Ultimately, we're all stuck inside of our own heads. Sure, some of us try to get involved more in the objective and are considered more functional, and others not so much. But the basic issue is still the same. Really, it just makes us feel better to declare ourselves sane and someone else insane.
How can you tell who's sane and who's insane?
Well, we have a very simple method. Whoever has that stamp on his hand is insane.
We seem to think we can protect ourselves from our own type of insanity by just pretending it isn't there, instead of, say, accepting it, even making friends with it. I mean, after all, if we're stuck inside of our own perspective for the most part, we might as well enjoy the ride, no? So seeing as we all, to some extent, have our own little personal reality bubble, what to do then? Who is right and who is wrong? That is why I'm such a proponent of personal autonomy. None of us should have the right to decide for another how they should live their lives. I should decide for me, and you should decide for you. Overly idealistic, perhaps, I can admit to that. But really, can you think of a better alternative? I mean, look at those who know that they are right, and everyone else is wrong. They're naturally, from their own perspective, quite sane, and everyone else is probably insane, maybe even evil. Instead of breaking through into other people's affairs, or, worse yet, banding together with others who are like-minded to do everyone else in who doesn't agree with them, if they just accepted and took charge of their own particular brand of madness and left others to their own lives, wouldn't the world be a better place? I'm serious about this. I mean, this is, by the way, why I am relatively tolerant of those who I disagree with, such as, say, religious people, so long as they don't insist that I have to agree with them or live as they see fit. Conversely, if we insist that they have to conform to how we think, how are we then any better than any fundamentalist? We may be more quote-unquote right, but from our own perspective. But then they feel the same way, don't they? And our freedom from religion is meaningless if we act as badly as the worst of them. Rigid thinking does little but make people into assholes.
This is not reality! Reality is not what it used to be. Oh, Jesus, this place makes my head hurt.
And to everyone who is prone to interpreting that everything is about psychoanalyzing them, this is kind of a recent running theme on YouTube, this isn't about that. After all, how the fuck can we analyze anyone if we're nuts ourselves? Right? So anyways, in closing, if you think that other people are nuts, and if they think that you are nuts, just consider that you are probably both right, and let them be. Unless, of course, they insist on knowing the best way for you to live your life, then feel free to fuck them up, and fuck them up hard. Otherwise, just go on your merry way, maybe go sit down with some popcorn, and enjoy a good movie. Even if it's just the one playing inside of your skull.
The lunatics have taken over. Taken over. The truth is, the lunatics have taken over the asylum again.
They're wicked.